pay. But usually that's done by experienced hires because they have skills and competencies to share. Like they may say that I've handled a lot of big projects and they can demand for a higher salary. But usually for fresh grads, they just go for the pay that is the norm starting pay. Unless you have something special. But so far, I haven't really met any grad that comes to me and say that they have something special and you want to negotiate for a higher salary. I haven't met any in my cohort. We haven't met.
Basically, for us, we took for us we took in interns. We have an internship program with both NTU and US, and some of the interns we eventually do hire them. But thankfully they didn't ask me for a pay rise, okay, or they didn't even ask me for negotiate. But I think the thing here is that when you are a fresh grad, you should be humble, you know, yeah, because you just starting work and you don't really have any experience or anything. It's not a very good impression also to just immediately start demanding, hey, you should give me more money, you know. Yeah, even though probably the boss is giving you peanuts, you also should not do that. At the most, you just don't do the job. That's all. You know, it's logical, correct? Yeah. So I would say you're only at a stage where you can negotiate pay when you are at a more senior position, more having worked for more experience and stuff like that. Yeah. Otherwise, it really doesn't make sense. Yeah.
May I know how does the undergraduate experience as an engineer change the way you perceive the world or the things around you?
Teacher answer.
Okay, I did.
Okay, I did my IA. I saw how my colleagues slog their life out as an engineer. Day after day they work, sometimes overnight, and all they work for or work towards is the end of the month, which is payday. And I started asking myself, is that what life is all about? The day that I KO and cannot get up anymore, what can I bring away with me? My money that I have in my bank will still be there, or for my family kind of thing. So if money is all I'm working for and working towards too, then I guess teaching isn't the career to join. Go and be in banks and stuff. But at the end of the day, I ask myself, you know, what really matters to me? And my answer was impacting lives, because I only have one. But with this one, if I can leave an impact 1:10 100, then why not?
Actually, last time when I was an undergrad, I quite like undergraduate life because every day you don't really need to study very hard. Then before exam, I just study hard. I think you should enjoy your undergrad life. I enjoyed it a lot. And last time I used to, I'm not sure if they still have this organization here, but very long ago I used to be like join WSC, Welfare Services Club. I was the vice president for I think 1 year, and before that Congen, and I always went on the expedition trips and had quite a lot of fun. I think it's important to make your to look beyond your studies, because sometimes I think doesn't mean that you are good at the book, that means you are good outside. You know, if you are good at your book, you do super well, but you don't have social skills, you don't have anything, it's not helpful, not very helpful for your situation.
Any more philosophical questions?
No more questions? Okay, let's give a round of applause for all our... Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming. Next we have Miss Mello. Thanks for coming. Next, Mr. Vincent. NTU IT Executive. Next up, Mr. Elvis. Last but not least, Mr. Carl.
guests who came back. These are your 师兄, right? 师姐, 师兄. I guess your batch is 2006?
Yes, 06, 09 and 10.
Oh, okay. So 06 and above. 06 and above. You are the class of 2000, what? 11. So difference of about 3 years. I guess 3 years is not that much. In other words, you can take the spectrum of experience and map it onto what you can expect without too much distortion. 3 years is a relatively short time. Unless you come into major world events like huge crisis, world wars and stuff like that, things will change. But I think from here to here, you can pretty much extrapolate from one point to the next without too much trouble. The one thing I liked about one common point I detected among all the speakers that came back with experiences is that they have each, in their own way, internalized what they have learned at school and used that to find something else. Okay? Always using that to find something else. Either from engineering to engineering, or engineering to teaching, or engineering to, or even like in Pearlie's case, for example, the most wonderful thing she said is that she discovers that she wants something dynamic. Cause and effect. Strong correlation. And she knows what kind of things will give her that, and what kind of things will not give her that. That is actually maybe one of the most important lessons you can learn. So in fact, if you do not learn anything at all in the 4 years here, learn about yourself. Knowing about yourself will allow you to actually choose things that will satisfy your own personal need. In the end, there are only two things that drive things. You may think of, the Chinese will think of Ming and Li, right? It's the fame and the fortune. But I like to think of only one, actually. Not so complicated. Just your ego. Your ego is the thing that says, I need this much money. After all, you don't need a lot of money to survive. You can beg and still get money and survive. But your ego will not allow you. I need to be more. I need to provide for my wife. Your wife can also be a beggar like you, but your ego will not allow it. So survival is not a problem. It's your ego. Okay? The ego is also saying, there are certain things I will do, there are certain things I will not do. There are certain things I will do to get more money, but other things I will not do to get more money. And sometimes the money is used as a device for counting. It's simply a token. You simply need to make more because you want to be more than your neighbor or your friend or whatever. Okay? So money can come in different forms, but in the end, I think all that is driving it is basically your ego. And the best place to discover it, ego is nothing wrong. Ego is what makes you. Ego is what exists inside you. If you are a guy who needs a certain amount of stimulation to wake up and pursue something, so be it. Satisfy the ego. If you're more ambitious, satisfy the ambition. If you're humble and whatever, satisfy that. If you want to save the world, go save the world. If you like to be competitive and look and do something which in relative terms compared to other people, go pursue that. Nothing wrong with any of those. That's why the job diversity is huge. The important part is to match your understanding with your own ego, and the best time to explore your ego is at school, because no harm done. Okay? After that, just be whatever the thing should be. You can switch from engineering to trading, and when she's 40 years old, she may think that she has enough to give the world through teaching, and she'll come back to teaching. Nothing wrong. You guys can just go around. A lot of people spend a lot of time making a lot of money. This guy is a potential Bill Gates right here. But even Bill Gates spent half of his life giving back the money. The first part is ego. The second part is also ego. Okay? So ego is nothing but you. Learn about yourself and fit the job which you have to your ego. The other aspect of the thing I want to talk to you is, you are not born to do a job. Therefore, do not take the job too seriously. Nobody is born to say, what's your purpose in life? Okay, when you're born, would your parents tell you your purpose in life is to get a job? No, not at all. The purpose in life is to fulfill yourself. Self-actualization is the purpose in life. Plus reproduction, of course. Self-actualization and reproduction are the only true purpose in life. Everything else is support system. Everything else is support system. Okay? The support system comes in the form of jobs. After all, you do not need you don't necessarily need jobs to get money. You can be lucky and gamble and get money. You can inherit money. Money can come in all different ways. Job is not the only one. So do not take job as the only thing, only purpose, the only focus, as the only thing that is worth caring about. Separate the job from your education. Education is not about training in order to qualify for a job. That's too low. The thinking is too low. Education is about opening your mind, finding your own ego. The second part is about self-actualization. Okay? The job is only a means for you to actualize that. It's a means for you to show that you like the world, you want to give back, either through children or through games or through wonderful reports to other people, saving other people money on taxes, or making a huge buck tomorrow because you're so clever. That's all ego. Everything is just driven by ego. Nothing wrong with ego. Ego drives things. But you're not born to do a job. You're born to be yourself. Okay? And in MSE, try to do that the best you can. That's all. Good night, all.
So with that, we'll end the session today.